Coming in at number 70 is Dusknor. What I like about Dusknor is the fact that, I like almost everything about it. I like its design, I like its shiny sprite, I like the wide variety of moves that it has. I'm not a big fan of just a pure ghost type because they don't have that many, they don't have a good type coverage and they're weak to themselves, so you send them out to fight another ghost type and it's just a battle of who's faster and stronger. But I like how it's kind of like it's kind of equal to the ferryman on the river Styx from Greek mythology. He guides people's spirits from this world into the afterlife. He's just got like a cool backstory. He's got a cool design, and that's why Dusknor is at number 70. Coming in at number 69 is Bellsprout. One of the biggest reasons why I like Bellsprout is because his Pokedex number is 69. But he's got a pretty decent design. His shiny sprite is actually pretty awesome. Um, and he's more of a support Pokemon, which is not really my style, which is why he's so low on the list. But he's a decent Pokemon. He gets better when you get him to his highest form, but you know, I just really like his numerical order in the Pokedex. So, Bellsprout coming in at number 69. Coming in at number 68 is Breloom. Breloom is a third generation Pokemon, which is the generation that I kind of came in. I mean, I was around when it first came out, but you know, third gen was the first handheld that I ever played. No, actually, I take that back. I played Blue, so actually, I take that back. But the first handheld that I actually owned was no, that was Fire Red, but still third gen. But anyways, getting back to the main point, I like Breloom a lot. It's got a pretty interesting typing. The fighting gets rid of a lot of Breloom's weaknesses. Not a lot, but it's a pretty good typing. It does give it a big weakness to flying type. I do like its ability Effect Spore. Something physically hits it like a flying type, and they're, either going to get poisoned or put to sleep or paralyzed. It's a really nice, in your face kind of ability. Extreme World ability is pretty nice too, the Technician, and it's got a pretty nice move pool as well. So, number 69, Breloom. Number 67 is Kling. This is another steel type. It's a 5th gen steel type. It's got a nice, interesting design where it's gears and it's used to like build energy in devices and such, and it's actually a pretty cool, interesting thing. Its abilities leave something to be desired. Extreme World ability makes up for that clear body, makes it a okay battler. But its moveset still has some stuff. It's got not that great of a moveset, but where it's a steel type, it's got all that like defensive type coverage, which makes it a great Pokemon, and I just like its design. So, number 67, Kling. Number 66 is Sceptile. This is one of my favorite grass, out of the first 3 generations of grass starters, this is by far my favorite one. I really like its design. It's got some pretty cool move pools. It's got a pretty good move pool. And with the remakes of 3rd gen coming out, Omega Sapphire and no, did I mess that up? Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, whatever. The third gen remakes, with them coming out, Sceptile's getting a Mega Form that looks amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on those games. But, Sceptile's got a pretty cool design, got a nice shiny sprite, good move pool. It is a grass type, which means that it's got like 5 different weaknesses, which doesn't make it that great. But on the whole, it's, I think it's the grass type that's making it so low on this list. But number 66, Sceptile. Coming in at number 65 is Celebi, the Psychic Grass legendary of 2nd Gen. He's the more rare one. There's hasn't been an event for him for a really long time until the release of Pokemon Bank, which was the first event in quite a while for Celebi, at least in the United States. And so I finally got my hands on this guy, but he was like the last person I needed to complete my visual decks. He's got a decent ability for being a time traveler, the Forest Protector, which is natural cure. He's got a pretty decent thing. He's got a pretty good moveset too. I'm leafing through his move pool right now. Oh wait, never mind. He can learn Psychic. I was kind of afraid that he couldn't learn Psychic there for a minute, and I was worried. But I like his design. You can't really get his actual physical shiny sprite, I don't think, but that also looks really good. So as a whole, Celebi is a nice looking legendary. I'm not a big fan of legendaries, and I'm not a big fan of grass types, which is, probably why it's also so low on this list. So, number 65, Celebi. Number 64 is Octillery. He's a water type. He was. I actually kind of want to say one of my first shinies. I got him as a shiny in X and Y. I was actually given that by my fiance. So that I could use him to fish for more shinies. But Octillery was my first shiny. It's a water type. It's got one of my favorite moves, which is Octazooka. It's like it's one of the few Pokemon that can actually naturally learn Octazooka. And, that's why it's one of my favorite Pokemon, because it's one of the few that can actually naturally learn it. So, number 64 is Octillery. Coming in at number 63 is Tyranitar. He was one of the, when I played through XD, he was on my team, and on the first time I ever beat XD, and I beat the game with the Tyranitar. So, Tyranitars kind of have a special place in my heart, even though I know, like, how ridiculously weak, how many weaknesses they have. They've got a times 4 weakness to fighting. They've got all these kinds of weaknesses, like to water, to grass, to ground, to bug, to steel. Like, they've got so many different weaknesses. And just as many weaknesses as they do resistances. But, he's a pseudo-legendary, which makes him strong and powerful. He's not fast. And his Sandstorm ability was one of the things that I absolutely loved the most, was just how he came out. He was just conjured up this sandstorm out of nowhere, which was, amazing to me. So, number 63, Tyranitar. Coming in at number 62 is Blossom. I don't know. I guess I just kind of like its design. It's a alternate path to Oddish. Rather than taking it a Vileplume with a Leaf Stone, you give it a Sunstone and it becomes a Blossom. It is a grass type, so it's not that good. But its Dream World ability is amazing, which is Healer, may heal teammate status conditions. It's just a pretty good ability. Its shiny sprite I like, and it's got an okay move pool. Like, I don't know, it's interesting. I like it. I like its design. I like what it's based off. Like, it's just, I like it as a Pokemon. So, number 62, Blossom. Coming in at number 61 is the Bug Steel type Genesect. He's the last legendary Pokemon of 5th Gen, and he's he's only got the one weakness, which is times 4 weakness to fire types. His ability download allows him to use these drives to change his signature move, which is actually pretty awesome. And he's just got so many different, like, he's got a wide variety of moves. I really do kind of like how they designed him. I like the fact that he's a bug steel type, which means he's only got that one weakness. But then you can set up his Technoblast to be water type, which will take out that weakness. Um, and so, you can set up all of these different moves. He's got a wide variety of a move pool. He's got a pretty cool sprite. He's got a pretty cool shiny sprite. And so that's why he's number 61, Genesect.